Hi, it's Debbie Krishbaum, and I wanted to talk to you about what I really like about living in Carlsbad and in this area. I don't really have a specific list, so I'll probably do some editing if I ramble on too long about certain things. But for starters, some of the things I really love about living here in Carlsbad is we have what I would call a comfortable temperature all year round. We are very close to the coast. My place is about three-quarters of a mile to the beach. And so what I find is in the summer, our temperatures get maybe to 85, and in the winter, we get maybe to 45. So with our climate, if you're comfortable in t-shirts and shorts and maybe a sweatshirt, a hoodie, I guess we would typically call those, you're going to be just fine. If you're somebody who loves seasons and you've got, enjoyment of wearing winter clothes and boots and summer clothes and raincoats and whatever, then maybe this isn't the place for you. But what I found even raising kids here is it was so easy. Nobody was ever going to freeze if they didn't have on long pants. Nobody needed mittens and scarves and gloves and things like that. So the lifestyle to me is really simple for dress and it's a very casual place as well. I know some places, things like fancy clothes and wearing suits and ties and stuff is of importance. I feel like that's more of like an East Coast thing or maybe more cities like San Francisco. Here, I would tell you the general clothing is flip-flops. It's just casual tennis shoes, sweats. It's kind of just very casual. I definitely see the younger generation, they go out, they'll dress up and, wear really cute outfits. But generally speaking, the attire for most people, for men, it's cargo shorts, and for girls, it's shorts and t-shirts or tank tops. So if that fits your lifestyle, then the climate and the casual lifestyle, Carlsbad, California, might be for you. Other things that I like, we have a real approachability here. I feel like it's a really safe area. And so it's very friendly in the sense if you're standing in line, maybe to order at a restaurant or you're at the grocery store, there's a friendly banter that takes place with people here. To me, that feels more village-like than a big city. So I feel like that friendliness factor is welcomed and stuff that I really like. Other things that are great here, I don't feel like people are too in your business. So if you're incredibly political, you're incredibly spiritual, or you feel very strongly about something, as long as you're not trying to persuade your opinion to everybody, it's a live and let live kind of society here. So I would say I see a high tolerance. I see it's a huge melting pot of different cultures. Maybe that is because we're somewhat of a tourist destination. And so, you can drive here, you can fly here. Um, there's not really cruise ships that come here. I suppose they do come into San Diego and you could come up. But actually, that reminds me of another really great thing with Carlsbad. So I live in what's called Carlsbad Village, which is on the north side of Carlsbad. We actually have a train station right in the heart of the village. And the fantastic thing is it's a north-south bound train. So you could fly into the San Diego airport. You take a bus. I forget the number. It's like a 991 or something. And if I come up with the bus number, I'll post it below. But you can take a bus from the San Diego airport to the train station, which is really close. It's not a long bus ride. And then you can take the train clear here to Carlsbad. And our particular condo is about 3 or 4 blocks from the train station. So if you're traveling from somewhere else, you really don't need a car. We've got Uber, we've got Lyft, there's taxis, you can rent bicycles. So generally speaking, if you're not comfortable traveling somewhere and then getting a rental car, we do have on the I-5 freeway going north-south to San Diego or up towards Los Angeles, there can be some pretty heavy traffic. And so if you're coming from an area and that's not comfortable for you, then maybe taking the train and then just using local paid transportation or your bicycle would be the best approach. Other fantastic things about San Diego. I love that because we're right by the coast, our air quality is fantastic. It's generally very fresh air. There are a few times a year where we get these windstorms, I guess you'd call it, called Santa Anas, and they come from the east to the west. And when those come, sometimes it kind of clogs up the air for a little bit. Generally speaking, the air flows from the west to the east, so straight off the ocean, which gives us really fresh air, which I love. A day like today, it's a little overcast, although I see the blues kind of starting to poke out. Our sunniest months are not what you would expect. Most people would think May, maybe April, May, June, July, August, because of being a coastal community. From basically April, about the end of April, we have what's called, they call it May gray and June gloom. So it's a coastal haze that comes over, kind of like what you see in today's video. And if you're from a gray climate like Seattle or London, it wouldn't bother you at all. But if you're planning a trip to San Diego, Carlsbad area, and your vacation just happens to fall in May or June, you may want to pick somewhere else and then come here during one of the other months, because those are our two grayest months. It's not cold, it's just gray. Right now, we're here, in October, and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, kind of like I mentioned earlier, and it's just the perfect day. Days like this, I don't really feel like you need sunscreen, but maybe some people would say you need it every day. Okay, on to other great things about San Diego. I originally came from Washington State when I was in high school. I born and raised there, but then when I came down to go to college here, I was blown away that whenever it was cloudy, it still didn't really rain. So if you're someone who's not crazy about a lot of rain and downpour, this is a great place for you. Um, there's no need for a snow scraper, an ice scraper. I know from when I was in Washington State, everybody's glove box had an ice scraper in it. You don't need one of those here. I don't even know what you could use it for, maybe a sand shovel or something like that. But anyway, so again, back to the weather. I guess that's redundant. We have the best weather probably on the planet. We've got good drinking water. Our local Carlsbad City has a desalination plant, and so we pull, from what I read statistically, about 10% of our drinking water comes actually from desalting salt water or seawater, I guess it is, and then putting that into the drinking system. Generally, our water tests out to be really clean and safe. Some people would say it kind of has a strange flavor to it, and then they stick to bottled water. But realistically, I've been someone who's drank just straight from the tap the whole time I've been here in San Diego. So if you like to save money and not spend money on bottled water, you can safely drink the water here. As far as things like, I don't know, infrastructure, I would say that, I don't know if this is considered infrastructure, but we definitely have some potholes in our roads that I think should be fixed. I drive a little kind of fairly low down car and I notice potholes. So I would say we've got great roads in general, but whatever the maintenance budget is for fixing things like potholes and cracks in the street, that's something that we could probably improve here a little bit. Schools, if you've got school-aged children, Carlsbad's got fantastic schools. Obviously, each address is going to have a different school that's associated with it, so you can plug an address in and kind of check the local schools. But generally speaking, our schools have are reasonably top-rated scores, and a lot of the high schoolers do go on to college, so that kind of speaks well. In our local area, we've got a lot of college opportunity as well. So I'm probably going to miss some of them, but San Diego State University, there's University of California, UCSD, I guess that is, the La Jolla area, there's USD, there's Cal State San Marcos, And then there's a tremendous number of local community colleges, the closest probably being Miracosta College. There's Palomar in Palomar College in San Marcos, Miracosta. I think I'm forgetting some other ones, but a lot of affordable, uh, what would I say, post high school education opportunities. And a lot of them have non career based fun classes as well. So I know I always take community college classes. I've taken some art classes and I've taken some language learning classes. So that's some good opportunities and very affordable. So those are some of the great things about San Diego and about the Carlsbad area in general. I'll add to this video as I think of more things. That's it for today.